guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a cooking video today. I've never done a cooking video on here yet, but I do cook a ton. I do a ton of recipes all over on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, you definitely should. It's just Brittany Johnson _XOXO. I don't know why I'm getting so close to you, but I get requests all the time to make videos of like my favorite recipes on here for my YouTube channel. So I decided to bring that to you today. I am ready for lunch. It's 1 o'clock right now, and so by the time this will be done, probably around 2-ish. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Today I will be cooking my cabbage taco soup. I kind of change up the variation depending on like what I have. So like you could use chicken, you could use ground turkey, you could use ground beef. Today I'm using ground beef. I've used all three of them and they taste delicious all together. Pretty much the rest of the products are the same. It just depends what meat you want to eat that day. And yeah, and then the broth. Sometimes I use bone broth, sometimes I use chicken broth, beef broth. It just depends. Honestly, I don't see much of a difference in any of them. They all taste and end up delicious anyway. So this is my, if you follow me, then you know, but I am doing like a keto lifestyle. I kind of switch on counting my calories and then eating low carb. I kind of just intertwine the two. And then sometimes I eat more carbs than other days. It just depends. So this is a keto friendly meal. I will give you all of the nutritional facts in the description box below. I'll probably leave something on the screen as well at the end of the video. If you're interested, if you want to make this, and I have all the correct ingredients and all of the measurements. I typically don't measure, but for this video's sake, I did, just so that you know exactly what is in there if you want to calculate them yourself, depending on what products you actually use. But yeah, without further ado, make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see other recipe videos like this. If you have any video suggestions you'd like me to film, then just leave them in the comment section below. I love getting new suggestions for videos. So without further ado, if you want to see me make this cabbage taco soup, then just keep on watching. So I've never done a cooking video, so I'm hoping that this angle works for you guys. So I have a really big pot. That's all you're gonna need to make this. A really big pot, and then I'm just gonna turn on my stove. I'm impatient, so I just turn it on really high. So I'm turning on like an 8 and let that heat up some. So you see it's on, it's heating up, and then you wanna let that heat up a little bit, and then we'll get started. It's heated up now. Now I'm gonna go in with the avocado oil. I'm just gonna use 1 tablespoon of it. And like I said before, I don't ever measure, but for the sake of the video, I'm measuring. So you're welcome. Do a tablespoon of garlic. If you don't like garlic, then you don't have to do this, but the girl loves garlic. Leave that in there for about 30 seconds, and then I have a 1/2 cup of diced onions. I'm gonna mix that in there. This already smells so good. If you've not tried avocado oil, you're missing out. This one's from Aldi's, and it's literally so good. Like, it just smells so good and it tastes so good. So it just looks like that right now. Let that brown up just a little bit. Good, 30 more seconds. All right, and then I have my pound of meat. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in and let that brown up. So I'm going to basically just let this cook and get brown. All right, so I already drained my meat. And I'm gonna go ahead, my diced tomatoes and green chilies. Just add some great flavor. And I don't drain it or anything, I just put the juice right in there. Mix that in. I'm gonna put the whole thing in there. Just one packet. Give that a good stir. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in my bone broth. And I'm not actually sure how much is left in here, so I'm gonna measure it for you. I'm guessing it's like a cup and a half, but let's see. So there's a cup. Almost 2 cups. Almost 2 cups. Okay. So 2 cups of bone broth. And we're gonna just let that simmer while I cut up my cabbage. I'm just going to cut out the bottom part. There's not really a wrong or right way to cut the cabbage. I pretty much do it different every time. Put that away. And let's kind of start with some smaller parts because it can get messy very quickly. So I like mine in really small pieces. So just take it as you go and just throw it in the pot. So once you have the whole cabbage cut up, then I will show you what to do next. Then you're just gonna mix it all in. Try to get the stuff that's at the bottom to the top a little bit, just to kind of mix it all and make sure it's getting all saturated with all the juice and everything. I'm gonna add a lid on top and let this simmer. Oh, might help to get a lid that fits. There we go. Okay, so it looks like this, and I'm just gonna let it simmer to get the cabbage wilted and stuff like that. And I'm probably just gonna raise it up to about an 8 and just let that simmer. You can stir it, probably just leave it for, I'd say about 20-25 minutes. So as you can tell, it all wilts together and starts basically combining all of the seasonings and stuff. It's hard to stir with one hand, sorry. It's smelling so good. Just turned off the stove and got myself a bowl. I put 1.5 cups of the soup in here, so that is the serving size. I will leave the nutritional facts below or on the screen if you're interested. So this is going to be my 1 serving, 1.5 cups of that soup, and it looks like that, and it's so good. You can obviously add whatever toppings you want. I'll probably add a little bit of shredded cheese on here. It's a little hot, be careful. Oh, hot. But it's super good. You can add some sour cream, some cheese, some guacamole, anything like that to spice it up, to jazz it up. But it's a super easy meal. Basically throw it all in a pot and let it simmer. And now it is 1:59, almost 2 o'clock. So that took about 40 minutes to make. The longest part was really just browning the meat and then just letting the cabbage simmer so that it got, you know, softer. But that is my cabbage taco soup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see any other videos, make sure you thumbs up so I know that you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you subscribe before you leave. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Also, if you're interested in this makeup look, I did film it before filming this, so I will leave that link up here if you're interested. It is just my bronzy, glowy, bronze goddess makeup look for the summer. So that was just a little FYI.